Hello class, this is Dr. Scott again, still with week 1 in Business Math 1. We got cut off there at the end of the last video, and I just wanted to finish talking about word problems a little bit. I love Screencast-O-Matic because it allows me to use Excel, but it limits me to 15 minutes, and I really needed like 15 and a half. So, once again, where we left off, the directions asked us to round all the way, but you will see in your on slide 10 that the answer that it came up with was not necessarily rounding all the way. It was rounding to the nearest 10,000. So to round to the nearest 10,000, all we do is we look at the first and second place. So 22,000 or 22 million, not rounding to the nearest 10,000, rounding to the nearest 10 million. I hope that didn't confuse you by me saying the wrong thing. Anyway, we're still looking at the same number, but we're going to round to the nearest 10 million. And so we're asking the same question. Is the second place greater than or equal to 5? So is 2 greater than or equal to 5? The answer is still no. So if we are rounding to the nearest 10 million, we cannot make the 2 a 3, so we're done. And our rounded number is 20 million. Okay, so we followed the steps. We're now back in our word problems here. So we followed the steps, we eliminated the words that don't matter, and right now, this was a pretty simple one. It didn't have, Sally going to the store and being worried about her mother, and all the extra words were not in this word problem. But I want you to feel free to critically think about whether or not the words in the problem are actually necessary to solve the problem. So what are the key points? What were we supposed to do? We were supposed to round these two numbers. It said all the way. What it really meant is round it all the way to the leftmost point, and that's okay. Like I said, if I were to get, I would accept either one of these depending on how the directions read. Especially if the book tells me one thing and says the other. So I wouldn't punish you for not knowing which way to go. So the key points. The key points here are that sales were about 200 million. Profit was about 20 million. So the key points as far as this problem goes, did we figure out what we were supposed to figure out? Yes, it was pretty simple. Thanks for coming back to this second part. If you make yourself a little grid like this, you'll always solve every part that you need. Again, this one was very straightforward and to the point. Not a lot of extraneous information that we had to pull away from the problem to figure out what the problem really said. That may come a little bit later in the book, and if it does, we'll tackle it then. Again, the only way to learn math is to do math, so I want you to do math fearlessly. Show me your steps, and if we need to figure something else out, we will. We'll do it together. Again, call me, email me, I am here to help you.